Hello and welcome again to another episode of MoloMolo Tech Studios. I am today with Samson for round 2 of our discovery of complex ideas explained in a simple way. We don't always have a full idea of what we need to talk about, so we need to explore. And part of the exciting part about exploring is that we get to see amazing aircrafts all around us and helicopters that gives us a lot of confidence of the technical terms that we have to think about and also remember. So let's see how it goes. What is the difference between, just without showing me, what is the difference between a jet engine and a piston engine, just from your brain? What is the difference?
Well, piston engines will need pistons and it needs sparks.
And a jet engine?
It just somehow the sparks come by the blades turning. So somehow this thing turns, and also they use this on normal passenger jets, but just way bigger. And it turns here, goes into some type of generator, and then in here, so in this where fire poofs out a little bit, that's where it starts getting hot, and then it gets even hotter at the back here, and then soon fire will poof out, go out here. So you see that grill? It blasts out, and you already see the scorch marks here. It's been used actually. Then it somehow blasts out here. You can even see it through here.
So one of the amazing things about discovering, your technical field is the understanding that there's always something you can learn from the past. Here I am at the back of a really interesting aircraft, which I'll find out soon what it is. But as a technical professional, it's always important, whether you're 10 years old, trying to get understand technical concepts, or you are a 50-year-old trying to cement your expertise. It's never too late to understand technical concepts that allows one to be able to get much better at communicating those concepts to others. So part of doing anything technical is testing. And here we have Samson. What do we have here?
Well, we are in a plane, but it was a test plane with the engines on top of the wings.
But why do we need to test an airplane and with all this equipment?
Because without testing and without enough equipment, maybe something goes wrong, and now you crash, or nothing happens, or explosions, or something like that.
Indeed. Let's keep walking. So the one reasons why we have test equipment all over an airplane, as you see it here and here, is from the simple fact that in life, anything that works well needs to be tested first. Anything that you want to be able to bring to the public for safety needs to be tested first. Now, let's have a look at this specific guy, right? Come see this. See how this guy will be sitting here?
It's like actually seats.
Exactly. And what will this guy be doing while he's sitting here?
He will be looking outside, but not just that. He will be doing all the instruments he needs. So does he, and also those holes there.
Yeah, this one here, yes.
These holes over there, so he could fix the stuff that are actually wrong in there.
Yeah. So the whole point about having an understanding of what it takes to test something complex is so that you're able to explain it in a simple way. Once you have all the data, and once you have all the analogies, and once you have all the recordings, the job of a technical person is to go through all this testing that would have come from all these computers at the back of me, and essentially give the punchline. The punchline, which is yes, it works in this, under this condition, or no, we have to put restrictions and communicate it effectively. The power of technical communication based on complex data is at this epicenter of an effective and productive product. So, another analogy in real time as we go along. Imagine, Samson, you're a pilot and now you are inside your own aircraft. What exactly are you looking for before taking off, and what would you be doing while you're flying? Tell us.
Well, I'll be first checking and pushing buttons, not just any buttons, the correct buttons. So, for example, if now I press the fire procedure, the engines just shut off. And you see, there's some planes that actually have the steering that you do this, but this one has a stick. And mostly these are one of the confusing ones. So you need to be well trained for this. Well, this is supposed to be for the rudder. Mostly I need it to be bigger. That's why kids are not allowed to fly. So, yeah, so if you push it like this, means you want to turn the rudder, then you turn here. Or like this, you turn here with the rudder. But like this, you go up. Be careful to not go too much up, because you might stall and crash. And that's a bad thing. And this is to go down. And I have no clue where the radar is. While I'm flying, I want to look what I'm doing, concentrate. And if you're ever a pilot, please tell the passengers what is going on. Because, for example, now, if we lost engine power, you need to tell the passengers to please buckle their seatbelts and go on emergency position. And as we land, we check a few stuff before we go exit, because we also don't want to, break the plane. So, like, for example, the engines are still on and on fire. It can make a even worse explosion.
One of the most amazing things about coming to a Flug museum, airplane museum, is just the realization that time waits for no one. The best inventions, the best intentions are in a museum. The best products that made history at the time, are captured in the museum. But thoughts and wishy-washy actions don't appear in the museum. It's only a matter of what you do, it's only a matter of what you've made, and only a matter of what you've tried to produce over and over again. For me, that is the most amazing thing about being in a museum, is that you get to see such amazing creations, but all of them started with an idea, and all of them are in a museum because someone decided to act on that idea. And that is the message for all of us, is whether it is a 10-year-old who's taking up dreams on airplanes or whatever the case may be, or someone who's thinking about doing something for themselves. It's all about putting that idea and showing the product for what it is, which is a caliber of amazing aircrafts that allows one to remember that the only way one goes into the history books is not by thinking about what you could have done, of what you could have made, but it's about realizing that everything is about putting your foot first and getting work done. This is another episode of Engineering Diaries. I'm Dr. PK. Until next time, ciao.